All right, so we were due for a trade show, guys. These trades are going to be 12 teams, Superflex, start 10 PPR unless otherwise specified. So are you going DeAndre Swift or Antonio Gibson and Amon-Ra St. Brown?
I'll go DeAndre Swift. Antonio Gibson, that upside that we all thought he had, that top 5 running back potential, I don't see that anymore in his range of outcomes.
No, I'll go Swift. I think Gibson actually is becoming a player that I want to start buying, but for this, just give me the best player and we'll go from there. So Swift side.
Alvin Kamara or the 103? And the draft hasn't started yet, and we don't know if 102 is going Kenneth Walker.
And you can't trade the 103 for 2023 first.
You read my mind.
Nope.
Man, I think I would still go Kamara, but that does not feel good at all. Because I know I'm getting a receiver. That's the bad part.
Scott's going to be a coward and stick with the old dying asset. I'm going to take all the risk and go at 103 and go ahead and grab either Drake London, Treylon Burks, or Garrett Wilson. I know I couldn't trade it for a 2023 first, but I'd also probably try to trade back in the same draft.
I think that's the move. It's not trade away the pick for Kamara. It's try to move back and get something else.
Next one is Etienne and Ceedee Lamb or Jonathan Taylor.
Boy, I'm taking
It makes you think.
No, it doesn't. It's almost close enough because Etienne is almost good enough. I've already forgotten the wide receiver in this trade, but I'm still staying with Jonathan Taylor.
Ceedee Lamb?
Yeah, Ceedee Lamb.
I think in start 10, I'm fine with taking the one elite player again, just because especially when it's a running back. Like if you just have JT, that can really formulate your roster construction. Like, yeah, I'm going to miss Ceedee Lamb. I wish I had, a bunch of threshold receivers, and he's probably one of the best ones I have, but I probably don't have a running back. So I think I'd much rather just go with the anchor running back and work from there.
Saquon or Chris Olave?
Saquon still.
Just because the RB?
That's the price point I'd be willing to buy. Like 106, 107, 108. It's a massive gamble, but I do think he's one of the few running backs you can buy at that price that has a range of outcomes of like top 3 or better.
I'm kind of all out on Barkley, but at that price, that's fine. That's a good price.
What if it's Garrett Wilson or Saquon Barkley?
So like 103, 104. Does that change your mind, Shane?
It does. I know it wasn't in the trade, but I try to get a little something else thrown in just to make me feel a little safer.
Yep. No, for sure. How about AJ Dillon or the 107 and 201?
107 and 201. I can get AJ Dillon at the 201. Probably better than AJ Dillon.
I don't know about that, but yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm not comparing James Cook to AJ Dillon, but very similar draft capital, and you can probably get James Cook at 201, or at least move, up a spot or two to get him.
I've seen him off early in some drafts. You might have to draft him at 107 if you want to double up on running backs and go Rashad White at 201. But either way, even if you didn't want to and you just want to grab Rashad White at 201, or if Cook does fall, yeah, I'm fine with that.
Well, I think the idea is you can probably get James Cook if you want him at the 107. You probably get Rashad White at the 201. But you can probably come away with a top 9 receiver plus a running back and still kind of achieve the same. James Cook or Darnell Mooney?
James Cook.
Give me James Cook.
James Cook or Cortland Sutton?
James Cook.
Yeah, James Cook. How about Juju or the 111?
Give me Juju.
I'll probably take Juju. It's going to depend on how the draft's fallen, but how most drafts have fallen. That you're looking at Christian Watson and George Pickens, who are
probably Jahan Dotson will be there too.
I don't understand why people are so down on Dotson. I'll say this: so if Dotson's
because
on
he's
the board,
commander.
You're a commander. You are a commander fan. If Dotson's on the board, I'm taking Dotson because of that draft capital. But Pickett and Watson are just very, very scary. Like they're going to either be really good or really just out of the league in 2 years.
How about Albert O in the 201 or TJ Hockenson?
Package, no doubt.
Yeah, not even a sliver of a doubt that it's TJ Hockenson.
We got something here.
Like
we got some traction on this one.
There's no world in any multiverse where Albert O in the pick is the correct answer. Albert O he wasn't even an elite in college. When was he elite? He had one good season, right? One good college season.
Better than TJ Hawkinson's college production.
Get out of here. Alberto. People are looking for reasons to like Alberto, so they just grab metrics. They're like, oh, this one fits. This one fits. We won't look at fantasy scoring because that doesn't actually fit. He's not actually good at that.
Record these videos at night, right? And it's time for Shane to go to school. You ready? So it's start 1.5 premium. So unless I have a top 3 or 4 tight end, it doesn't matter. Give me a guy that can finish as a tight end 1. I don't care if Hockenson's tight end 6 and Alberto's tight end 10. They're the same thing. So I'm looking at that 201 like, man, I might be able to get Jahan Dotson or George Pickens. Like, that's a big throw in to start 1.5 premium. I don't even care about the tight ends here. I'm just bridging the gap that I think Alberto can outproduce or at least come close to TJ Hockenson in terms of impact on my roster.
How about Dalton Schultz and Chris Olave or Mark Andrews?
Here's the
Give
thing.
me the package.
Yeah,
I love Mark Andrews too.
Love Mark Andrews too, but that dude is high. My name's Regression.
Zach Wilson or the 104?
That should be the 104. I mean,
Zach Wilson or Kenny Pickett?
Zach Wilson.
Give me Zach Wilson.
Because I think Kenny Pickett will go in the top 5 or 6. So, I mean, that's...
Okay, well, here's the thing. So if it's a 104 draft that we're in, it's not going to be Kenny Pickett. And we're not trading in to get Kenny Pickett under any circumstances.
Interesting.
What about Zach Wilson?
Zach Wilson could end up being the next guy that jumps into the top 12, or he could end up being Drew Lock. There's like the range of outcomes is massive. So it feels like you're taking a big gamble on him. If there's a quarterback in this class you're willing to throw away a mid-round pick this year for, it's probably him. Like, you can't get Lawrence for the 103, 104, but you might be able to get Wilson. So, I mean, I can see it.
Justin Fields and Allen Robinson or Russell Wilson?
Ooh. I'm looking squarely at that guy on my the left on my
screen. Man. Damn it. I'm taking Russ. Look, I gotta look at I gotta look at the situation. What did the Bears do? We were joking about it in one of our patrons or both our patron chats over the last 2 days about the Bears signing Tajay Sharp and I don't even. Who was the other guy they signed?
They have Tajay Sharp. They have Equanimous St. Brown. They have Byron Pringle. They have Dante Pettis. They've signed everybody that was like somewhat hyped in the last 5 years. They've added them all, and they took Velus Jones, who just turned 25 yesterday.
So there's times when, a quarterback can outplay his situation. But the Bears have pretty much just said, look, we are trying to go 0-17 next year without actually saying we're going 0-17 and we're just going to start over.
So does that mean Justin Fields can smash for fantasy, though? Like running the ball?
Does he have Jalen Hurts rushing ability? I don't think he has that rushing ability,
I think he does. I don't think they want him to, but I think if he had to, because his line sucks. So if he runs for 850 yards and 5 rushing touchdowns, he's probably close to the top 15 quarterback.
Do you think he cracks 3,000 yards passing?
No, but if you just give him 850 yards and 5 touchdowns, that's 115 points right there that he's starting ahead of insert whatever quarterback you want to insert that's going to give you less than 100 yards. Like just Mac Jones. Yeah. How many touchdowns and yards does Mac Jones need to throw to make up 115 points on Justin Fields? A lot.